Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to yet another video, an event preview on my channel. If you don't know anything about the CWL Championships 2019, this is the video for you. I'm going to be running through all the basics, the pools and the qualified teams for the potentially the last ever Call of Duty Championships in its current format. This could be the last call event for a number of players, a number of teams, and even potentially a number of casters as well. So this is a crazy important event, and I'm here to bring a small little guide about what's going to happen in the Call of Duty Championships 2019. So just like any other event preview, I'm going to be running you guys through all the basic details and such. And without further ado, let's get right into it then. So we're talking about the basic details, of course. So this is coming straight from COD Gamepedia, to credit for them for full format in this. It's actually quite helpful for those of you if you don't have any knowledge potentially on the event. You can go see the COD Gamepedia page. It has a wealth of information about all the teams and such. But anyway, this is the format. You've got 32 teams attending. So 16 from that CWL Pro League that's been running all throughout the year. 16 from the CWL Amateur Finals that was held in Miami only a month ago. It was a great event, and we'll be talking about which 16 teams qualified in just a moment. Of course, this is going to be a tournament split into two stages: the group stage or pool play that will be held from August 14th to August 15th, and the knockout stage, which will be held from August 16th to 18th. So that group stage, that's going to be where the teams and the amateur teams are really going to have to prove themselves. Of course, it's filled into 8 groups of 4 teams. As per usual, that has been the way with every Call of Duty Championship forever, I think, since the start of time, and that is going to be how it is once again. And just as normal, just with any Call of Duty tournament, the knockout stage will be a double elimination bracket and best of 5 series. So pretty standard Call of Duty formatting. Group stage August 14th, 15th, and knockout stage August 16th to 18th. Okay, so let's get right into the prize pool then. Now, something to note straight away, you guys may notice this. This is the biggest prize pool we've had since 2016, 2017, and 2018. The prize pool was 1.5 million. Of course, that money was spent elsewhere within the Call of Duty World League. Well, this time around, we're back to that prize pool, and that gives teams the chance to become the single highest earners from one tournament in Call of Duty history. Currently, that title is held by Team Envious, again from that 2016 Call of Duty World Championship. This offers some players the chance to put themselves up on that level, because $800,000 is going to be the first place price once more. Now, there are a few changes again due to the fact that we've got 2 million this year all around. 260,000 for second place, 140 for third, 110 for fourth, 75,000 for 5th through 6th, 7th through 8th get 50,000, 35,000 for 9th through 12th, 25,000 for 13th through 16th, and then of course if you don't get through pool play, it's 15,000 for third place in the pool, and for fourth place you will get 10,000 apiece. So at the very least, every single player that goes in to play the Call of Duty World Championship 2019 will be walking home with $2,000 apiece, and that's pretty impressive, and you can up that with every placement as you go along. So good on Activision. This is a really nice price split. I really like this. This is how it's going to look for the Call of Duty World Championship 2019. Alright, so here are the qualified teams for the 2019 CWL Championships. Of course, we're just going to be solely focusing on the open bracket qualified teams. Of course, the Pro League teams, you guys know them, you've known them all year, but it's the open bracket teams that are really interesting. So if you did watch the CWL Miami Open, or the Amateur Finals as it was known, you will know the 16 teams that have qualified. And actually, to be fair, it's a pretty good split. Unfortunately, no Mindfreak, that was the biggest shock coming from Miami. No APAC teams whatsoever, and this is the first year of Champs history that we will not see an Asia Pacific team at Champs. It's fully North America, fully Europe. So without further ado, let's get into the teams. So we've got Aspire Esports, the boys who will be going under Celtic FC at this event. Pretty funny pickup, as I referenced in my amateur roundup. Carnage Gaming, you've got Excalibur. Again, they've changed allegiance to Vanity Alliance. Firesticks Gaming, Fuego Gaming, Fury Gaming, Hybrid Gaming, Legend Status, Mesa Gaming, Sage Esports, Sicario Gaming, Team Divinely, who are now known as Animosity, Team Singularity, Team War, and Train Hard Esports. It is important to note as well that Firesticks Gaming, I believe they now go under RBL Esports for the open bracket, for the CWL Championship 2019. And these teams will all be sprinkled into the 8 pools alongside the pro teams. Let's take a look at these pools. Okay, so let's be talking about the CWL Championship 2019 pools. Now again, the point of this video is to focus on the amateur team, so that's what I'll be doing, going through each pool. I won't be giving predictions in this video. If you want to see my predictions, I believe tonight at 6 p.m. we'll be having episode 2 of Beyond the Call. Myself and George will be hosting it with some guests, talking about the pools and which teams we think will be making it out of each pool. But let's talk about each one very briefly. So you've got United Elevate joining the boys, and Firesticks Gaming, are now known as RBL Esports, in Pool A. That should be an interesting one. See the boys and Elevate go head to head. Pool B, we've got Genji, Enigma 6, Team War, and Fuego Gaming. Fairly stacked pool here actually. Fuego Gaming, of course, Mad Cat's team, if you don't know. Alongside War, that in itself will be a very interesting matchup, considering War just got second at Miami, and they could potentially challenge Enigma 6 in Pool B. Pool C, FaZe Clan, Units, Mesa, Team Divinely, also known now as Animosity. Again, this is another interesting pool for the amateur team, specifically the matchup between Units and Mesa is going to be close, in my opinion. Mesa are a very, very good team. Whether or not Units can fend them off, I don't know just yet. Pool D, fan favourites Team Reciprocity going head-to-head with Team Envy, who have not been that great as of late, and that actually opens the door for these amateur teams in the pool. Sage Esports specifically, who got top 6 at Miami, to make their way into the championship bracket. Legend status, they've been pretty good in the past couple of events. Maybe they could challenge too. Pool E, Luminosity, UYU, Team Singularity, and Excalibur, also known as Vanity. Again, this is another very, very interesting group. Luminosity, they've improved heavily since their roster changes. UYU, Team Singularity, and Excalibur, though now Vanity. Honestly, this is going to be a heavy fight for second place in this pool. UYU have been one of those lower tier pro teams. Team Singularity have improved greatly. They've got an extremely individually talented team. And Vanity, you saw how amazing they did at CWL Miami. They absolutely shocked a lot of teams. They were the ones to send Mindfreak into the losers bracket. So don't be surprised if an open bracket team makes it into the top 2 in Pool E. Moving on, we've got Pool F though. 100 Thieves, Midnight Esports, COD Gaming, and Fury Gaming. This is again going to be an interesting one. You've got Midnight Esports, who haven't had the best run in recently. 100 Thieves, of course, championship caliber team, favourites to win the event. Joined by Sicario and Fury. Honestly, not really sure what to make of this group. Sicario, people put a lot of stock into Tommy, so we'll see what happens there. Maybe he can cause another upset in pools. Moving on to the final 2 pools, you've got Optic Gaming and EG going head-to-head against Carnage Gaming and Trainhard Esports. I don't know about this pool, man. Optic Gaming and EG, I'll say they've got lucky with their pool, put it that way. Pool H, Spliced Heretics, Aspire, and Hybrid. The single biggest cluster F of the entire official pools. Like, this is crazy, right? Splicey have not had a good past few weeks, to be honest, good past few months since their roster change. Joined by a really struggling Heretics and 2 teams who are very, very dangerous. Aspire Esports, the most consistent amateur team. I've made a point about that. They've performed extremely well since Fort Worth. They've been basically in the top 6, I think, every single time. They might have got top 8 at the last event. But Hybrid Gaming as well. I mean, look, there's 2 players on this roster that just got top 2 at Anaheim. They're a very, very good team. You can't underestimate these guys. Pool H is going to be my pool to watch at the Call of Duty World Championship 2019. But that's a very brief look at the official pools. Of course, if you want to see more in-depth analysis of each pool from the amateur perspective, you can watch tonight at 6 p.m. on Beyond the Call, hosted by myself and George. Alright, so here is the knockout stage, what the bracket is going to look like. I've put in basically the placement from each group into the bracket, so this is how it will look when it comes to the knockout stage. Just a quick run through. So first in Group A, they're going to face the second in Group B immediately in winners round 1. First in Group H places the second in Group G. First in Group E places the second in Group F. First in Group D faces second in Group C. First in Group C versus second in Group D. First in Group F faces second in Group E. First in Group G versus second in Group H. And finally, the last match of the winners round 1 would be the first in Group B facing the second place team in Group A. So that is how the bracket will look. So for those of you maybe you're just sitting at home thinking, now you're thinking, no, we can't predict champs. We don't know where everyone's going to place in the bracket from pools? Well, now you do. So I expect to see a lot of predictions in the run-up to Champs as it starts tomorrow. But from me in this video, that's going to be it. Thanks to everyone for watching. If you like what you saw in this video, please like the video and subscribe to my channel for all things amateur Call of Duty. I will still have, I believe, one video maybe coming out tomorrow highlighting some of the teams that I want to set. I'm looking forward to seeing in the amateur side of the Call of Duty Championship bracket. But from me in this video, that's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.